start us off. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Maryland Terrapins offense will start this game off. And when you take the field with the confidence, the swag that this guy does, David, it just really elevates your confidence in the passing game.
The receivers don't usually lack confidence, and those are the guys that kind of set the tone. And that swagger sets the tone for this offense. And, Jesse, you know he's going to make plays.
And that speed scares defenses, too, because he can take the top off quick. These safeties better get back deep, or else this guy's going to take it to the house.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Man, that one is going to make this quarterback sick to his stomach. That's almost always automatic for him.
Yeah, that's pitch and catch. That's day one. When you go out and watch practice, the ball very rarely hits the ground unless you have a defender because these QBs and wide receivers are so good. Man, just a mishap, a little overthrow.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on fourth down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. And he believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
And the Terrapins with the 1st and 10. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. At the 45 on his way. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Terrapins are on the move. They'll test the right side. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Swings it out to the flat. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. It's 1st and 10. The give to the single back. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
You know, you start day one training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Wants to throw on first down. He's got it on the run. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Minnesota's offense has its first opportunity of the day. These two dudes who both come off the edge can wreck an offensive day, Jesse.
Man, these quarterbacks better have an internal clock working today. If you hold on to the football, you are getting sacked.
Yeah, best athletes on the field are defensive linemen, and when you got guys like this that can get after the quarterback, points will be at a premium.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Roughing the defense.
So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. Looking for a gap. It's right. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all of the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Looking downfield, it's Lindsey. Rolls it in. He's loose. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Minnesota!
Number 12.
Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump starts the offense.
And man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. He breaks a tackle. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Ready to try the point after. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. He'll bring it out. It's Potts. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
Running back goes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Throws for the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. The Golden Gophers want to move quickly. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. And they get the sack just like that.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice job by the defense applying pressure and running him down and getting the huge loss.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pocket starts to collapse. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Golden Gophers line up to punt it away.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning. Job executing up front at the point of attack.
Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Using the quick game. At midfield, he's got room. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
And that's why this this guy is such a weapon in this offense because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just fine. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
The Terrapins have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, Terrapins! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Fresno State is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Bulldog Stadium, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Nevada. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Back to pass, it's Lindsey. Got his man on the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll field it close to the 50. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Maryland! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he puts through the extra point. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fielded in the end zone. It's Potts. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Minnesota has it back and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
On the ground, it's Wright. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Golden Gophers will bring the punt team onto the field. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps its drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. They'll throw it on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Johnson. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. And the Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Lindsey. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. With the catch, it's Smith. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park. An entertaining first half, and we've got a multi-possession lead to break down thanks to the surgical precision of this offense. Might honestly take more time to talk about what didn't work than what did. The running game, the passing game, gadget plays have worked. Now it's just a matter of finishing the job. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the shell.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Terrapins will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Potts. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
From the shotgun, the inside give. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Golden Gophers want to crank the tempo. Looking for a man. It's Lindsey. And he left that one short. Tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Line gets set, first down. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Finds his big tight end. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. It's first down from the 37-yard line. The give to the back. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Terrapins are flying down the field. Comes out throwing on first down. Complete in the middle. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
And the Terrapins have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins! And the punishment has been extended.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Akron is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Kent State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
It is very tough when you're a secondary player to cover guys for long periods of time. Great job by the secondary, taking away all the options, even when the pass rush didn't get home.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Quarterback checking off. He wants to throw. Quick strike complete.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! And the stomping has commenced.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the run.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The give. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional, and they're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Lindsey. Good timing on the quick out. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. To the air on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. That's caught. It's Johnson. And they'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient, find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the offense. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Hit as he throws. Caught close to the marker. It's right. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! What a grab and go for the score.
This is a running back who is versatile, and his catching ability really helps this offense out vertically down the field. And you saw it on that play on the wheel route. That wasn't just a screen or a swing. They got him faking going to the flat, turning up the sideline for a touchdown.
Lining up to add another. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Got his man in the middle. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
One final play before the end of the quarter. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He's right on target. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. It's complete to the left. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. The Terrapins are marching down the field. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
How good does that feel, right? You've got the lead in the 4th quarter. The defense knows you're going to try to run the ball to ice the game, and you rip off an 8-yard run. They know it's coming, and they still can't stop it.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the Terrapins have it with a 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Terrapins! And the pummeling has started. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Just about set to kick it away. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field, looking for a productive play on first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Swings it out to his running back. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's...
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Slips through the line. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires complete. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, looking again to throw. Fires complete on the crosser. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. It's first down from the 11.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On the move. Touchdown, Maryland! And the route is on. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
A strike downfield. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Man, the receiver right now is just living rent-free in that cornerback's head. Early in the game, caught a bunch of in-breaking routes. Now he catches the corner route. He can run the entire route tree, and right now, he's just running wild.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Terrapins! And this defense coming out with points of their own. What an interception return.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Sam Houston has the lead right now. Huntsville has been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by a field goal over UTEP. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He's going to pass. The throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Makes a connection. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. The Golden Gophers will have it 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. And the Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They'll go right back to the run. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense. And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff to the lone back. Turns it on in midfield. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. 6th play of the drive coming up. The give on the counter. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
That will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying